One aspect of focus that I really want to talk about right now is sound and noises. Now, we know that children with ADHD can sometimes be very easily distracted by sound. So can pretty much anybody, to be quite honest with you. And when you have 5 people and a dog in a very small house like I do, it's easy to be distracted most of the time. While I'm a school psychologist, I spend a lot of my time working from home. When I'm not in the classroom directly with a student in meetings working with parents or teachers, I tend to be home working on reports, getting access from data online, and doing things such as that because I don't typically have an office in a school setting. I move around a lot. So, over the last 10 years of working from home a lot, I have learned a lot of different things that help me, but they don't help necessarily when there are 4 other people in the house. So, I'm going to share with you a few things that work with regard to sound. For me personally, and for some people who tend to be distractible or have ADHD, sound can be also a friend. When I'm working from home, I tend to have the TV on quietly in the background to something that's not particularly interesting to me, just because it gives me a sense of the passage of time. A little bit of noise for me is better than no noise whatsoever. I need a little bit of sound input, but not too much. What I like to use is noise canceling headphones. These are helpful both to give me a little bit of sound, to block things out because they're puffy, and they have a noise canceling feature, which is wonderful. If I'm reading and my kids are around and they're kind of working, I will put these on, turn them on, but I won't connect them to Bluetooth. They have just the smallest bit of white noise in the background that helps block out a lot of the more distracting sounds around me, but helps keep me focused on what I'm reading. I was studying ethics last week. That is not enjoyable and it is not exciting. It's very dry. So to be able to stay focused, I really needed these on. Now, for my son, who's distractible, that helps him with reading too. He also seeks noise. So if he's doing math, sometimes having these on a little bit with a little bit of sound in the background can help him focus on his math, but it doesn't distract the rest of us with the noise of whatever he's listening to, which lately is a lot of Lizzo. So, which is fine, but it's distracting. So then these are also helpful. My daughter has these. All of my kids actually have these. They're just inexpensive little headphones with rubber little things on the ends. Now I know we can't go out and buy things very easily right now, so I'm trying to give you a bunch of ideas. These block the ear canal a little bit, or the outside of the ear. So again, kind of like the noise canceling headphones, they kind of seal up and you don't hear as much. My children claim they cannot hear me when these are in their ears. I don't think that's true. But what I do think is that it blocks out the thing they don't want to hear, which is my voice, and helps them focus on the thing they do want to hear, which is what they're listening to. So these can be helpful whether they're turned on and they're listening to something or if they're just in their ears. Something else that we have around the house that can help us focus is just a winter hat, maybe. I tried to put mine in storage, but then it was cold again because it's May, and why not? So I had this, put these on sometimes. Not only do they kind of cover your ears and they block a little bit out, but they kind of give a sense of having your own little space. And also a baseball hat, because you can block out a little bit of vision, and sometimes that's a little bit distracting too, but those can help you focus. So most of these are for sound. You can either give a little bit of sound to someone or you can block out sound. Either way, that can be helpful and is one way that you can try to help focus.